Welcome back. Political panel time. Let me introduce them to you. Democratic strategist Kendra, Barkoff, Lamy, Republican strategist, CBS News contributor Terry Sullivan. And man, we were talking about candy during the break. Butterfinger all over you, Terry Sullivan. We'll get to the mounds and the almond joy in due course. So, UFC at the White House. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look, this is
Dana White. This is Dana White and the Trump relationship.
First of all, there is always a clear double standard. Remember when 2016, when Trump had the South by South lawn, had the Lumineers, Leonardo DiCaprio? No one made a big stink about that.
Trump or?
I'm sorry, 2016.
I didn't know Trump.
Yeah, the end of Obama.
Yes.
President
Obama.
President
in 2016. I apologize. And everyone said how great it was and how innovative and wonderful to open it up to the people. And now Trump does a UFC fight, and he's like, "This is terrible." How
he's not exactly opening it up to the people. The ticket list is incredibly guarded, and it's a lobbyist-driven.
Well, but it also seems,
corporate-driven access.
But it also seems that there are a lot of troops and a lot of members of the military who are being invited as part of that.
Got it. And it's going to be watched. People are going to be watched.
Like, you want to see the Lumineers, which I like, or do you want to see like UFC? I'm just saying, it's very Jacksonian. You know, let's open the White House.
Andrew.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kendra.
He is turning this entire town into. He's doing what? The racing on the mall. He's doing. I mean. At some point, we need to respect our city and not just turn it into a money-making machine for his own personal gain.
Kind of feels like overkill.
It is overkill. It is overkill.
Texas, John Cornyn, Ken Paxton, and a lot of undercard House races that are kind of interesting for Democrats. Kendra, take it away.
Greg Abbott himself in a private fundraiser said he's starting to get a little bit nervous.
Governor of Texas has
said he's starting to get a little bit nervous, and they should be.
What do you think he's nervous about?
I think Paxton cannot win in a general election. This man has cheated on his wife with multiple women. He has let abuse, fraud, waste, misconduct, to say the least. And I think that he cannot win in a general election. And I think it's going to pull down the rest of the ballot. And I think that other people that are running in the Democratic side are going to have a chance to finally potentially win in Texas.
I've never heard this story before. Wait. So you're saying that this year, Democrats, this is a year Democrats, it's purple. Texas is purple. This is the year they're going to win a Senate race in Texas.
The mathematics tell us Texas is red.
Now, that being said, look, I agree with what she's saying about Paxton. I think he's a bad guy.
Flawed.
Very flawed.
So
but I think,
flawed.
100%. I still think in Texas, I've done races in Texas, he will win.
Why do you think Trump endorsed him? Because as you were talking to me during the break about, we'd like to reveal this.
Right.
Someone very close to President Trump.
Chris LaSavita is doing a bunch of Cornyn stuff. There are other people that are part of it.
Why do you think Trump went with Paxton?
You know, I don't know. I don't know, but
acid test of loyalty.
Yeah, I don't know what it is because Cornyn was extremely loyal in his own way to him. So I'm not
in his own way, not Trump's way.
Trump's way. That's it. You know, I don't know that there's a whole lot of strategy involved. A lot of tactics, not a lot of strategy.
I think Trump likes to make news, and if he had endorsed Cornyn, it would be done, it would be over with, and it would not be talked about. And the fact that he endorsed Paxton, we're still talking about it.
So let's talk about someone else who might be a problematic nominee in a Senate race in a competitive state. Maine, Graham Plattner. Kendra?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I think the congressman probably from Massachusetts who made a public comment about the tattoos. Look, I'm a Jew myself. I am not
Jake Auchincloss
for Nazi symbols. I think he needed to have a conversation before he going public. There's nobody else from the Democratic side that is running. So
Janet Mills has already dropped out.
Correct.
Effectively.
Right. There's no one else to support if you're a Democrat. You're not going to support Susan Collins. He's basically affecting people not to vote, telling people not to vote.
Sit out.
That's not how we should run our elections. People should go to the polls.
So you should blindly pick one party just because that's. I'm just asking though.
I did not say blindly. I said.
Well, with only one eye, so you don't see the Nazi tattoo or the stream of Reddit propaganda.
Well, Terry, so this to me, the Graham Plattner experience strikes me as an interesting test case right now because Janet Mills, the governor, won statewide. Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader. And everyone aligned with him had the Oppo file, thought it would kill Graham Plattner. Dropped the Oppo file, and it didn't. What does that tell us about the current state of politics?
It tells us a lot about the current state of the Democratic Party. Now, look, and this is both parties face this, but in the Democrat Party right now specifically, all of the energy, all of the intensity is that extreme base. The AOC base, the Bernie Sanders base. We see it over.
Hold
on. did I just hold on? I know. Did I just say though? We can see it in both parties.
Right.
But you didn't ask me about the Republican side. You asked me about this race.
Kendra, Barkoff, Lamy, Terry Sullivan, spirited as always. Get your candy. Wow, they were spirited and they weren't even candy high.